Social Emotional Support for Educators and Staff, being brought to you by Blandine Laguidi from Arlington Public Schools, Sylvanus Thrower from Henrico County Public Schools, and Emily Utter from Prince William County Public Schools. Our group looked into the future to develop this problem of practice. Educators and staff are exhibiting the need for social emotional support by communicating concerns around ongoing trauma-induced events, such as the current pandemic. A global pandemic has created a complex, dynamic, and uncertain situations that has significantly affected educators. As school leaders, we have witnessed stress, anxiety, threat rigidity, fear for personal safety, and fear for the safety of loved ones. As school leaders, we have witnessed threat rigidity in our staff, students, and schools. Threat rigidity can lead to rigid and dominant responses with centralized decision-making. All stakeholders have experienced changes and challenges due to the global pandemic of COVID-19. This has presented a need for schools to support teachers as they develop adult stress management strategies. Teachers will be able to self-regulate emotions and utilize stress management strategies to better support student learning and development. Students will thrive in school when teachers and staff are socially and emotionally supported.
What is adult SEL? There are many streams of thought on what constitutes adult SEL. Here are some examples. The ability to positively model pro-social behaviors, build positive relationships, label emotions, demonstrate empathy, and empathize on social and self-awareness of others. Adult self-practices to help educators cope with stress and manage their emotions, and also environmental supports and leadership investment to allow educators to cultivate and practice their own SEL skills while feeling supported, empowered, and valued. Adult SEL is the process of helping educators build their expertise and skills to lead social and emotional learning initiatives. It also involves cultivating adults' own social and emotional competencies. So how do we do that? How can we support adult SEL? We can support adult SEL by using the multi-tiered support model. The adult SEL can be modeled after the Virginia Tiered Support System framework to develop a social-emotional VTSS process for staff. In this model, we are proposing to provide all staff supports by using an SEL inventory and confidential reporting to identify staff in each tier. We would then use the data to identify professional development based on the needs of staff. Our first recommendation is to develop a multi-tiered system of support for staff to meet their needs in each tier. First, we have to identify key staff leaders who will support the work. Consider looking at existing teams in your buildings, such as VTSS teams or PBIS teams. The team would need to discuss individual school factors or things that they feel might impede on the work.
Recommendation number 2 is to develop targeted professional development to meet the needs of your school. A staff inventory can assist with identifying the areas of need and support. Here are 2 examples implemented at L. Douglas Wilder Middle School in Henrico County and in Prince William County Public Schools. L. Douglas Wilder Middle School's Positive Behavioral Interventions and Support Team, or PBIS team, developed a faculty mindfulness survey to determine what supports and resources the faculty needed. The faculty answered, and they heard them loud and clear. After discussing the data from the survey during a faculty meeting, the PBIS team delivered what the faculty needed for a targeted professional development approach. From the data, they created a virtual mindfulness room, a virtual resource, and a virtual fitness room, team building games, and a calendar of planned activities for the faculty. Prince William County Public Schools has a confidential reporting system at the division level, where the reported frequency of the concerns and the category of the concerns presented can be identified and quantified. This is an anonymous reporting system and provides a school division lens regarding data on the reported issues to utilize alongside a school staff inventory. Recommendation number 3 is to utilize the results from an inventory or inventories and research and identify targeted professional development training options to implement with staff. A few examples here include ACE's Trauma-Informed Care Training, a second-step social-emotional learning program for adults, the 6 guiding principles to a trauma-informed approach, and mindfulness. The next 2 slides include resources and information for social-emotional learning. In summary, social-emotional learning is important, and we are supporting these actions because we know that teachers can only support students best when they are supported themselves. This year has presented a myriad of challenges to teachers, both personally and professionally. Developing a multi-tiered process, as we have presented today, that focuses on the needs of our adults will enhance our community's ability to meet both our staff and students' needs. We hope that you will be able to implement some of the processes we spoke to today and customize in your own building to support social and emotional learning. Thank you.